Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 13 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're now about to start Turnabout Samurai Day 2, and soon we'll get to probably one of the most funniest clashes of all time. Wendy Oldbag versus Miles Edgeworth. That will be soon. But we do, however, instead of starting the day in the recess or outside the courtroom like normal days, we're immediately in court. Will Powers is pretty much on the defendant stand, and it's up to Phoenix Wright to prove his innocence. Ironically enough, we can prove his innocence, because after all, there were flashbacks of Will Powers breaking his ankle in not just part 11, but part 12 as well. If you paid attention, you'd probably catch on to it. But also, he broke the spear as well. So on that note, it's time for us to have to call the first witness, which is, of course, Detective Gumshoe. Now, Gumshoe is going to explain exactly what happened briefly, and hopefully not screw up the autopsy report. In other words, we're once again going to have to use that map to find out exactly what truly happened. However, if there's one thing that's constantly brought up throughout part 11, 12, and in this part, the security lady knows and sees all. Meaning Oldbag should at least have a grasp of who exactly comes in and out of this studio. So obviously, the suspect is still in the studio! It's Detective! Case closed. I'm gonna get me a beer. I'm just kidding, y'all. Anyway, so far, the only thing that could wholeheartedly be said was Will Powers and Jackhammer were both in Studio 1. Whereas the production staff assistant was all with the production staff in the employee area. And also, Oldbag was still at the main gate. So, with that said, once the production staff showed up and found Jackhammer dead, we now end up in this situation. With the samurai spear lunged in the victim's chest. Now, here's the question. Where's the blood on the spear? Oh, and for the record, if you want to listen to the whole case again, to try to at least grasp what's going on, by all means do so. That way you'll get a good grasp of the situation. I skipped it to try to, keep going. And for the record, the samurai spear is going to be another piece of evidence, which Maya tried to steal in the last part. What is with her? Anyway, now it's time for us to meet the witness the conversion of a lifetime, or should I say, the confrontation. That's what I meant to say. Yes, that's what I meant to say. It's gonna be Oldbag versus Edgeworth. And oh god, that face! That face is the stuff of nightmares. No, I am not kidding. That's why she's memed a lot. Her blushing face that you see was put on April May's body, and it was in a constant gif to the song Shake It, Bake It, Booty Quake It, from Symbiotic Titan, with a bunch of flashing lights, and that basically ended up being the meme that scared everyone, because it was supposed to be used like a rickroll. Edgeworth has already had enough of her shit. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, have mercy. Edgeworth has not seen the last of Oldbag, I can assure you this. Now, there is something about Oldbag that you all need to know. Oldbag has a selective memory. Oh boy. You're about to see how selective it is now. Let's just listen to this witness testimony here. Because, oh yeah, and I was checking the time too. She arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m., sorry. And, of course, both Hammer and Will were both doing their routine. And after she got to the guard station, she was there to the main gate till 5 p.m. And the murder took place at 2:30 p.m. Now then, we're going to have to actually put that picture between the second and the fifth statement of Wendy Oldbag. And there's a reason why. How does she know that the guy in the picture is Will Powers? So on that note, this statement here, and in the last statement that she's made, make sure, actually no, it's the sixth one, this one right here. Oh no, it was the seventh or eighth statement, that's what it was. Sorry about that, I almost made you guys make a mistake, but it's the seventh or eighth statement you put this picture here. Because how does she know his powers in the first place? Oh, damn it, hold on, give me a second. There we go! So, he just called her an old bag in her face. To be fair, it's her fault for being named that, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is, it's time for us to, actually take a good look at the photo, because said photo shows the person that's in that suit is limping. And now it's time to see exactly what Oldbag sees is Will Powers. And Edgeworth just had enough of her shit. Seriously. Now, Phoenix is trying to bring some sort of logic into this mess. And, there's Oldbag right here just snapping. Good lord. That face is also the stuff of nightmares. So, she does say that she has proof. But, what is that proof? And Edgeworth is just having a panic attack as well. Okay. And Edgeworth almost called her an old bag too. So, well, she did try to show the evidence to Gumshoe, and he thought that it wasn't consequential. But here's the thing. She didn't actually show any facial recognition. That's probably why. So now we're going to have to do another testimony with Oldbag. Because again, she leaves stuff out. Excuse me one second. Sorry about that. I was, basically trying to get myself something to drink. But here's the thing about Wendy's testimony. You need to pay attention to the part where Wendy mentioned something about him breaking one of the props. Because that's going to come into play a little bit later. And, I mean, I shouldn't tell you to pay attention. I mean, this is how the game works. You got to memorize a lot of things. Like I said at the beginning of this part, when Gumshoe was explaining the gist of what happened in the case, you might want to listen. And listen repeatedly till you commit it to memory. So, here's a little thing about this testimony. Unlike the first testimony of Oldbag, this testimony is on a time limit. Well, I wouldn't say time limit, more along the lines of you can only press Oldbag a certain amount of times before Edgeworth gets frustrated. If you don't have anything for Oldbag, he will throw the case out. So on that note, you are going to have to press her fourth statement about Will Powers breaking a prop. And sorry about the ums and uhs, I had to think about what I was saying there. Anyway, she mentions that the spear has been fixed with duct tape. Remember that, because that's going to come into play later on. And also, you actually needed to press that statement in order for it to actually proceed. So, you don't need to press any more statements. Just simply go through the rest of the testimony line, and Edgeworth will pretty much end the cross-examination of that testimony, at least. I mean, you kinda don't have a choice, because anything else you press... Oh wait, I forgot, you gotta press that statement too. That's the only statement you also need to press. The fourth one, and I do believe the very last one. Because those are the most important, as they will actually try to help you in this case. The thing is, you have to be very attentive to details in this case, as opposed to the other. I mean, they don't have the instant game overs like many others, but if you like go through Oldbag's testimony and not press her on any issues, Edgeworth will be angry and call it a waste of time, and that credibility bar you have, gone. So on that note, Edgeworth pretty much tried to move things along. But if you have two pieces of information, like the updated samurai spear and also the fact that Will Powers, Jackhammer, and Wendy Oldbag were the only ones in the rehearsal at the same time, during the time that's supposed to be between 1 and 5, I mean, that at least clear up some light. Now, the thing is, was it really Will Powers in that suit? We have yet to answer that. However, we can object or wait and see what happens. Either way, we're going to continue this case because, let's face it, we still have an unanswered question. Who was in the suit? And more importantly, there's something about the photo that we happen to have on us that's a little bit suspicious. So on that note, everyone can agree that they don't see Will Powers at all on the photo. So what will happen next is gonna be yet another testimony by Wendy Oldbag. Meanwhile, Miles has the answer. Of course he does, because he's Edgeworth. Oh, sorry, I had to wipe my nose there. Anyway, we're gonna have to continue her testimony with one more testimony, obviously. An updated version. Now, here's the thing. You can press, or should I say, present the picture of the Silver Samurai between the second, third, and fourth statement. Doesn't matter when, as long as the second, third, and fourth statement. That's when you press that picture at. And we will try to get to the bottom of what the hell is going on. So on that note, we just need to skip the first one, and from the second onward is where we need to go. That is the gist of what's going on here. Now then, let's present this photo and contradict her. obviously. The photo actually does have something odd on it as well. As it turns out, the photo, and from the last part obviously, actually has a number 2. And Oldbag is not getting the point yet. But she will. Oh, she will. And she's trying to kiss up to Phoenix Wright. Seeing as how the cameras are computer video printed, she couldn't really tell if it was the Silver Samurai or, let me rephrase that, it was Will Powers or not. And the issues with the picture is a number 2. Because of that number 2, that means it's the second of many pictures that she has taken. Now then, she is trying to, oh, sorry, I just had a blank spot there. But she is trying to at least wave off the fact that, there is only a picture that's marked with the number 2. However, the automatic camera films everyone who passes by, meaning that there's a second person involved in this. And the only one who knows that is the security lady, which Wendy Oldbag completely omits. Yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. Because if she knows that the camera's fired twice, then that could have been another suspect. But unfortunately, we don't know. And she's playing the dumb excuse. And look at her face, oh god! Edgeworth is just trying to just keep her as far away from him as humanly possible. And then it finally dawned on her. The word whippersnapper actually brought in her memory. That person that snuck in the first time the camera shot just so happened to be a whippersnapper. So on that note, once again, Oldbag has a selective memory. And I think we're going to end it here. And in the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, it's time to get to the bottom of where that second person is. And more importantly, we need to try to squeeze as much information out of Oldbag as humanly possible. Much to Edgeworth's dismay. Sorry about that. I'll see you guys next time.